Ladies and gentlemen, last night, the end of an iconic, legendary career. The Stinger wrestled in his last match at AEW Revolution with his tag partner, Darby Allin, who were the AEW Tag Team Champions, and he went out with a bang. One of the greatest entrances we'll ever see was Sting brought his sons out. One of his sons was the 80s version of him, and then his other son was the WCW version of him, Wolfpack edition. And then he stood in the middle. I know the crowd went crazy. Wow, what an entrance. Now, if you is older than me, you remember this Sting. Blonde hair, bright colors, mean. And you see, he had the World Heavyweight title on his shoulder. Be iconic goats like the legendary Ric Flair. Woo! Had a couple classics with Big Vader, rest in peace. And we go to the 90s. Oh, this is the Sting that I remember. This is the Sting I was introduced to. Coming out from the rafters with the black jacket, with the black bat, white face paint, looking like the Crow. Wreaking havoc on the NWO. You know, one moment of his career I will always remember was on Monday Nitro when the NWO was jumping WCW wrestlers in the ring. Sting came out by himself with the bat. He didn't even come out from the rafters. He came out from the stage and walked into the ring, upped his bat on them, dropped it out the ring, and he stood there waited for them to enter the ring, and then gave them the beating of their life. I'm talking like 10 of them. You know the NWO was deep. If you was old enough to remember, NWO was deep. Sting whooped all of them by himself. He went on to become a 6-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion, not to mention a 2-time Tag Team Champion and a United States Champion. Sting is the one of 3 wrestlers in WCW history to be a Triple Crown champion. So then the Stinger in the late 2000s went on to the TNA Impact Zone and raised hell, showing off his entertaining side while switching his persona up and being the Joker. And oh my God, y'all talking about every week? I was tuned in because honestly, at that time, WWE was. So my uncle, the wise man, put me on to the TNA Impact Zone, and yes, iconic moment after iconic moment for Sting. Then Sting finally made his jump to WWE, and I must say it wasn't Sting that was underwhelming. It was the storylines he was in that was underwhelming. They had this man wrestling Triple H at WrestleMania, then they did this NWO DX thing. It was stupid as hell, honestly. Did nobody want to see Sting versus Triple H at WrestleMania? Yes, I'm aware of the storyline, the authority, and all that shit. That was boring. Boring, boring, boring. We wanted to see Sting wrestle one person when it came to WWE. The dead man. We don't want to see Sting wrestling nobody else at WrestleMania except The Undertaker. Because for years, everybody was talking, man, what if he went to WWE, him and Undertaker went at it at WrestleMania? How would that look? They even made a video when they was interviewing Sting about it, and he was like, I mean, of course I'm beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Undertaker said the same thing. But did we ever get that match? Hell no. Good job, WWE, for dropping the ball. To finish out his career, Sting joined AEW in 2021. Salute to Tony Khan and AEW for making that happen because I was pissed that he came to WWE and they didn't really do nothing with him. I'm glad y'all did something with him and he went out with a bang. It would have been nice to see him win the world title one more time, but you know, it is what it is. Him and Darby Allin was the tag team champions, and they successfully defended their titles last night. And now I'm hearing that they was Tony Khan said they were vacating the tag titles and they was gonna have a tournament. Okay, whatever. But Sting won his last match, which is the right way to do it. So salute to the iconic career you left us from the 80s to 2020s. Sting has left us with legendary moments in wrestling. 64 years old, man. He's 64 years old. He's been wrestling since 1985. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? We love Sting. Sting is by far one of the staples in wrestling, period. And no matter what league, Sting is a staple in wrestling. There won't be nobody like Sting ever again. Now, my question to y'all is, where do you have Sting ranked amongst your GOAT wrestlers? Top 5, top 10, top 3, top 2? Is he your number 1? As far as I'm concerned, Sting not on the list, you don't know nothing about wrestling. One thing he always said was, one thing's for sure is nothing's for sure. It's showtime, folks. I don't know what y'all got to do, WWE, but y'all need to conduct some kind of business with TNA and get his content from over there, and then put that Best of Sting on the Best of Sting series on the WWE section on Peacock. I'll be looking out for that. Unless TNA decides to drop their own Sting, greatest Sting moments in TNA itself, I'm subscribed to the channel, so I'll be looking out for that. And then AEW. I know y'all don't really rock with WWE like that, so I'll be looking out for y'all best of for Sting real soon. Don't take too long, all right? Because we need that. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on all social media platforms. Big Ben TV. Salute to the Stinger.